Hi everyone, it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, and I help people who want to spiritually awaken to embody their higher self and activate their spiritual gifts and abilities really at any stage of awakening. So whether you're just at the beginning and you want to start that awakening process, or whether you've been on that for quite some time and you're looking to improve the experience that you're having, I'm here to help. And today we're doing an energy healing meditation that is going to guide us through some of the challenges that are coming up right now. So there's a lot of turbulence and chaos right now. There's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of energy around division, around difference, and the impact that that can have. So what I'd like to do today is to do an energy healing so that we can draw on the energies of things like compassion, understanding, kindness, acceptance of all humans, no matter what, and just really connecting to that energy a bit more deeply. And what I'd also like us to do is, while we're dissolving the illusions of difference and disconnect and division, I also would like to invite you to be able to send the energy out as we're doing the healing to other people who have been affected by violence and brutality in any experience. Let's just send that energy out right now, because that's something that we can do as light workers. That's something we can do to assist spiritually. That's at least the best thing we can do from where we're at right now. So do say hello, let me know who you are and where you're from. I'm delighted that you've all joined us today, and then we'll get into the energy healing, which I think is quite important right now. I know that there's a lot of fear energy, there's a lot of terror in some cases, and there's a lot of kind of emotion just boiling under the surface. Maybe you've tapped into that, and let me know if you have. There's a lot of this kind of deeper emotion that's just sitting there, and you might find that at certain times it just kind of crops up when you're not expecting it. It just rises up. You didn't know that it was there, and it's like, oh my gosh, there's all this emotion, or you feel deeply, deeply upset at the way the world is playing out right now, at the things that are happening that are just so upsetting to see, and really tough for anyone to see, but tough for light workers to see, because we have this innate belief that everyone should hold compassion to others, that we should accept others, that we should be that everyone would be as kind and understanding as we aim to be, but it's not always the case, and that can be deeply unsettling and upsetting to us. So let's get into it today, and we'll get some nice healing done. So I just want to say hi to Lindy, who says she's really glad to catch a live video from South Africa. Awesome, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I think with the time difference, not everyone's always able to catch the video, so there's some people that keep missing it, unfortunately. But I'm glad you're able to join us today, and of course anyone else who's come on live, please do say hello and let me know where you're from. Seeing a lot of new faces right now, and seeing a lot of familiar ones that are hanging around as usual, which is lovely as well. We appreciate your support. So let's get into some of the healing, because I know there's a lot of upset right now. There's a lot of fear, and we're looking around, and it would be natural for anyone to start to feel like the sky is falling, like everything is just changing so fast, and it's really tough to keep up with. And it's really tough to see some of the same patterns playing out, and they aren't just playing out from now, because I know that we've had a lot of these types of issues to do with racism and other things like that in more recent years, but this has really also drawn up a lot of past life pain for us. We've experienced a lot of things on both sides of whatever the differences were, and right now that stuff is coming up to be healed. So there's a lot of kind of bubbling emotions of all different types that we maybe weren't experiencing. So do let me know if you're experiencing a lot of kind of emotion rising up that you hadn't quite expected. It's natural. Okay, so hi to Maria, who says she's sending love from Upper Michigan. Awesome, thank you for joining us. And Emily Lou as well from Oklahoma. Fantastic, guys. Okay, so let's get into this healing meditation, because I really want to make sure that we're able to do something to not only support ourselves throughout all these changes and some of the clashes that are coming up right now, but also to send that healing out to the people who really need it. Because doesn't matter what side of things we're on, doesn't matter what kind of division we see or don't see, there are upsetting emotions just in all of humanity. So let's start to heal and resolve some of that right now. Hi to Lily too. Okay, so I'm going to invite you just to close your eyes. You might like to take a nice deep breath. that just signals to the body that we're beginning this healing process. Healing the wounds of division. And as I begin tuning into everyone, I'm getting information already, so tuning into everyone, and the guides are beginning to work with you too. And if you're unfamiliar with what it is we do, I work with a series of really high vibrational spirit guides who are dedicated to helping us move further along on the spiritual awakening pathway. They are absolutely there to support us, and they're a really high vibration. So they will start working with you when we do these energy healing meditations, and they adjust everything specifically for you. It's not just a blanket response. It's not like one size fits all type energy healing or meditation. They are working with you specifically, adjusting the energy levels just like in a one-to-one healing. So fantastic. So I can feel this information coming up already as we tune into everyone, and there's so much, this is old and it's very genetic. There's so much pain and trauma in division, in the way that we've divided ourselves. We've seen the differences instead of the similarities. There's a lot of pain of being cast out. There's a lot of fear. This is where this really all originated long time ago. It's the fear of anything outside of your own little safe circle. Okay, so let's first of all send a genetic healing back. So we're sending healing through you and through your ancestors to release the pain of their own personal division that they came across, because everyone has their own experience. Whatever they were made to feel different, made to feel that they didn't fit in, that they didn't reserve the same acceptance and respect as everyone else. Any time that that's happened in your family's genetic past, let's send healing to those experiences and those people now. And let's ask instead that all the wisdom that's been gained from those experiences in our genetic past, all the people that have learned and grown and developed wisdom from all these experiences, let's absorb that wisdom now. Absorb the learning. And let's ask the guides to release any fear of division, release any fear of those of outside of our family circle, because that's really where it's all started. I've worked with this in Scottish history as well. Sometimes you work with people and it's all this clan and that clan, and it's just all fear. Let's release any fear. Let's also release any hatred that any of us have taken on in this lifetime or any past lifetimes too. Where we've felt we were hated, been hated by others, where we've hated ourselves maybe. Releasing that from the system now. And let's draw on the energies of compassion. Draw on the energies of acceptance and show us the truth that we know in our hearts how to accept everyone. Show us the higher spiritual truth that we're all just souls. Okay. And let's also release the fear that's really being brought up right now, really purged right now. Fear of all the change, fear of not knowing what's going to happen. Fear of the unexpected. Let's release that now. And of course, remember at the end, you can let me know anything that you picked up, anything that you experienced as we were doing this healing. It's lovely to hear your experiences. Right, let's see, is there anything else we want to bring in? let's ask as well, let's ask the guides to dissolve any illusions. Dissolve any illusions that stop us from being truly connected to all of humanity, being truly connected to this network of souls that we are amongst. And also show us what it feels like to be truly accepted, to be part of that, to know that we are. We always have been, we always will be. And now I would like to send some of this energy healing out to anyone who has been affected by violence and brutality. Sending that energy to those who have been affected, and this is the moment where you can choose to direct this energy. You can direct it to collections of people, you can direct it to someone specific, someone you know, or whatever feels right for you. Where do you want to send that healing energy? Who do you feel needs that most? And just put your intention there, just focus on sending that energy to them now. Lovely. And allowing the guides to show us the truth that we are all one, that we are unified. We're all fellow spirits on this spiritual awakening pathway. And asking the guides to allow us to bring that heightened, high vibrational energy of acceptance, of love and light, of understanding and compassion, and bring it down here into the present moment, into the current climate, so that our energies can assist and uplift the shifts that we're experiencing right now. Bringing in that energy of kindness, allowing us to channel that energy into the space around us, the land around us, the towns and cities that we're in, so that we're really playing our part as a light worker. Lovely. Okay. So bringing your focus back into the present moment, starting to become aware of your surroundings, of the sounds around you. Just take your time, and you can open your eyes when you feel ready. Sometimes it takes a few minutes if you've been tuned in quite deep. And then of course we'll take any comments or questions that you have before we finish up today. But I hope that has helped, because I know it's a really difficult time for everyone. Things are a bit intense, and it's not easy for light workers to watch conflict and disruption in the world. It's really painful, and we largely feel like there's nothing we can do. So we've sent out some energy. That's the spiritual thing that we can do right now. Okay, so as everyone's coming back around, I'll take some questions and comments. So I can see that Mary has joined us. Hi Mary. Let's see some of these comments. I can see Lily says, after 3 weeks of no more than 3 hours sleep a night, that's really rough. I've been in and out of sleep for the past 48 hours, and I've been resting away from media and news. Probably the best thing. It's really tough. It's that fine line between staying informed and not getting absorbed by those energies. And there's a kind of fine line as well, because as light workers sometimes we have a tendency to do avoidance. We can do a kind of, it's almost like a toxic positivity thing, where we just paste positivity over the top of everything. And it's just because we really struggle with negative energy. It's really tough for us. So what we want to do is be able to see what's going on in the world, so we understand, so that we can keep ourselves safe, so that we know what energies we're working through collectively and globally right now. And also so that we can accept it, and then kind of like Lily's doing, just kind of stepping back, taking a little break from social media, taking a little break from the news. And we did that on we did that a couple of days ago. We would have had our video out, but we decided because Black Lives Matter, we took a break. We went silent. That's really important, and there's no question, and it's a large part of why we're doing the video that we're doing today. We want to make sure that no matter what side or what part of that spectrum you're on, it's affecting so many people in so many different ways. And I wanted to make sure that everyone had some healing to help them through that, because it's really difficult. So that's good that, Lily, you've been able to take a little break. Maria says, feeling a lot of fear of the future. That is really frightening at the moment. And the reason why it's more frightening than ever is because it's old systems. These are old experiences that we've had in our past lives. You know, shifts like this, not this exact situation, but these same themes have happened many, many times. And I find that quite often when I was in sessions with people and working with clients, you'd find there's these past lives where it's like, oh, we've already been through this stuff a million times. And it draws up on the fear and the experience that we've had before. So it's really tough, but I can see she's saying that releasing control. That's all you can do really is try to let go. Try to do as much healing as you can in yourself. Try to keep yourself as calm as you can. And again, just keeping that balance between awareness of what's going on and also taking a little break when you need to. And I think another important aspect of this that nobody talks about is allowing yourself to be upset. Allowing yourself to be sad, to be angry, to be upset when that emotion is coming up. We don't want to be pushing emotion away. You know, we might even get angry. You need to allow these emotions to rise up to the surface. So you want to acknowledge them in a really healthy way, the healthiest way that you can. You just want to acknowledge that feeling's coming up and then allow yourself to move through it. So try not to get too caught up in it, but don't push it away. If you need to cry, you cry. If you need to sulk and be unhappy or be, you know, if you need to take some time out, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is, you just need to honour it, whatever that feeling is. So please allow yourself the self-care of acknowledging the negative that comes up and then allowing just to kind of raise the positivity to meet it where it is, okay? And of course you can do this meditation as often as you need. It'll still be available to you. You can use this meditation to move through some of the energies that are coming up right now and just to have that kind of anchor to keep you grounded. So let's see, Lily, she's saying as well, I've avoided a lot of what's going on. Haven't watched the news since 2016 and listens to people via social media instead. Well, that can quite often happen during awakening. I went through a few years where I didn't really pay attention to any news whatsoever. It was like, I'm in my spiritual sphere, I'm just going to do the good that I can do to put out into the world. But the way things that have changed more recently, we need to just kind of understand what's going on around us to be able to keep ourselves safe, to be able to be aware of what's going on and the changes that are coming. That's all we can really do. But she does say that news and TV make my psyche feel out of whack and I become deeply depressed. So no news now. I totally get it. It can really trigger you, particularly if you're in that stage where your empathy is really high. It's almost unbearable. So don't beat yourself up for, you know, having self-care. Really important. It's great that you're doing that. Maria says, thank you. I've been honouring my emotions. Fantastic. Crying, then releasing instead of pushing them away. You're right on track. That's great. Thank you for your videos. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate everyone who joins us, and I wouldn't be able to do this if there was no one to do videos for, so thanks for joining us, guys. I really appreciate it. And like I said, try to stay in alignment and just honour those negative emotions when they're coming up. And the best thing you can do is just try to put some positive thoughts out there. Try to put some positive energy out so that you're turning that negative into like a forward motion, because you're a light worker and you've got healing energy to share. So put your thoughts out to the people who need it right now. So I think we're doing quite well. Kajardo says, I've been noticing little things regarding my 8th chakra. Great shifts, that's what we've been working on recently, so that's fantastic. I think we're all done for today, guys. I think we have cleared everything that I wanted to clear. We'll see how things progress over time, and if there's any other issues that come up that are causing us problems, we'll look at doing some healing so that we're really supporting you throughout this, no matter what's going on for you, because we've got a lot going on all over the world right now. Very difficult time, but we're here to support you and we'll continue to be here. So take care of yourselves and have a great day.